Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mike from Row Comics, and this here is your look at new comic book day releases for August 21st. And as usual, we get started with DC. The first book they got on tap right here is Aquaman. It's issue number 51, continuing the Year of the Villain tie-in. And there's cover B. You know, slowly but surely, they are Momoa-ing Aquaman, at least on the covers. I mean, Nicholas Scott just did Aquaman straight up as Momoa. I mean, at least here you see they're adding the tats and all that stuff, and like, please don't stop. Batman with Robin, the Teen Wonder. This is the facsimile edition. I wish I had typed down exactly what issue. Oh, it's from Batman 232. There you go. I'm ahead of myself right there. And as usual, it's facsimiles everything except the price, because I'm sure this will be $3.99. It'd be nice if it was probably the original 15-20 cents maybe. That'd be nice. And I guess they're taking a page out of Marvel's playbook right there by highlighting some older classic material, which is always a good thing. Here we have Batman number 77, continuing the City of Bane, as we get to meet the new dynamic duo. And this is cover B. I apologize, I don't know the artist, but you can see who's on the cover there. That's Batman. Black Mask gets his own one-shot right here for the Year of the Villain, celebrating the Year of the Villain, which is actually what we need to do, because why not? And it looks like we have the Evolution of Evil. And of course, you know what? Now that I think about it, Black Mask will be featured in the Birds of Prey movie. Ewan McGregor will be playing him. The next chapter in the Sandman universe, Lucifer, issue number 11, is up next, followed by Mad Magazine number 9. Now, I'm not sure if this is the final issue or this begins the reprints, but whatever it is, I'll carry it. I mean, I'm happy that they're reprinting stuff because, to be honest with you, I felt the contemporary Mad Magazine was just a little too mean-spirited. Just a smidge. Nightwing number 63 is up next. Another Year of the Villain tie-in. And it looks like Talon is kicking Rick's butt. Really annoying. And here is cover B, the more art-centric cover. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? This is issue 100. 100 issues of Scooby-Doo. Let that just percolate in your mind. And you know what? Hopefully it'll reach 200. But if I remember correctly, I think I read an article that said that DC had canceled either this book or the team-up book that they do, or both of the books. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm hoping it's not this, because, I mean, if there's no hope, I mean, first it was Scooby Apocalypse, now it could be this. I mean, Scooby just can't get a break, man, you know? Superman, Year 1. This is one of my favorite words to use. This is the penultimate issue of Year 1, which means that it's the issue before the final, because there will only be 3 issues in this. And this here is the Frank Miller variant cover, and here is the John Romita Jr. variant cover. Up next is Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. This is issue number 2, featuring the Crisis of Infinite Jerks. And yeah, that's kind of funny. I haven't read issue number 1 yet, so I don't know exactly how this book is. Somebody did say, because Matt Fraction writes it, and he also was responsible for the excellent, to this day, excellent Hawkeye series a couple years ago. They said that this is better. I think it was Bendis. That's right. Bendis said that this was better than Hawkeye. And clearly, that's got to be... Oh, damn it, I didn't change this. That's got to be... It has to be a very hyperbolic statement. This here is Teen Titans, issue number 33. This is the variant cover, cover B. Here is the A cover featuring Lobo. A very Momoa-esque Lobo on the cover, because yes, I'm sure if you're a regular customer, you've heard me berate the fact that Momoa should have been Lobo instead of Aquaman. I do understand why they went with Aquaman, because if Aquaman seemed to be the butt of everybody's jokes, he talks to fish and all that stuff, and are you really gonna mock Jason Momoa to his face? So I understand why they went that way, but he is like, if ever they sculpted a character from a man, this is it, because Lobo, and I'm sure Momoa wasn't around then, or at least he didn't look like this, but it's almost perfection. Maybe Momoa wanted to look like Lobo. I think that's what it is. Yeah, that's the ticket. Here is Watchmen. This is the international trade paperback edition, I guess, the new edition of Watchmen, a book that DC has the rights to until it goes out of print. And yet you see it's 2019 and we're still talking about new prints of this book. It will never go out of print, ever, ever. Sorry, Alan. Wonder Woman, Come Back to Me. This is issue number 2. This is continuing the Walmart books that DC came out with a little while ago. And this is issue number 2 right here. Next up is Marvel. And starting things off, we have Absolute Carnage versus Deadpool. And this is issue number 1. Technically, it is a rematch, even though, frankly, in the first volume, Carnage wasn't absolute. So maybe it's not necessarily a fair rematch, I should say, because it doesn't say Absolute Deadpool there. So who knows? Who knows what's going on? I think this might be the one time that I actually root for Deadpool. Daredevil number 10 is up next, right there. Continuing Zardsky's excellent run. Oops, what did I just do? If only you could see the behind-the-scenes stuff. It's so much fun. Up next is Death's Head number 2. I guess this would fall under the category of a license that is about to expire, so they have to do a book, put a book out, so they can continue to have the license. I mean, why else would somebody just randomly say, hey, you know what we should do? We should do an obscure hero from the British, I think it was 2000 AD, or at least the Judge Dredd and all that type of era right there. That's when Death's Head came out. So, yeah, here's number 2 of 4. It's a 4-issue miniseries. Speaking of miniseries, here is another penultimate issue. This is Fearless number 2, and I'm hoping that there is a Jenny Frison cover, variant cover for this, which I'm sure there is, but it's in the Marvel variants. We haven't gotten to that yet, so slow your roll. We'll get there. And until then, this is the A cover featuring Storm right there. Rogue better be on one of these, that's all I'm saying. Here is Ghost Spider number 1, the formerly known as Spider-Gwen. And I'm good with this. I don't mind calling her Ghost Spider. I mean, doesn't necessarily roll off the tongue, but at least it's not Spider-Gwen or Miles Morales. Or better yet, Spider-Woman. Guardians of the Galaxy number 8 is right here. And it looks like Rocket might be fighting the Guardians on that cover. I can't really see. He looks like he does have one gun pointed at somebody. I can't see. It's very, 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 very small. History of the Marvel Universe number 2 is up next. This is a 6-issue miniseries written by Mark Waid with art by Javier Rodriguez. And yeah, there it is. Magnificent Ms. Marvel number 2. Oh, sorry, number 6. I was looking at the history of Marvel Universe. Ms. Marvel Universe. Anyways, this is issue number 6 featuring Tony Stark, Iron Man, in case you didn't know who Iron Man was. Marvel Action Avengers number 7 is up next. This is IDW's Marvel book for some reason. I don't know why. Here's another one, Marvel Action Captain Marvel number 1. This is 1 of 3, so it's only a 3-issue miniseries, so I guess it's not that bad. Marvel Action Spider-Man number 7 is up next. And looks like Black Cat gets tangled up in things there. Marvel Comics Presents number 8 featuring Spider-Woman. Right there. It says Spider-Woman is breaking news. I don't know exactly what the news is, but I do like that Art Adams cover, that's for sure. This is Marvel Tales. And this is, of course, the X-Men. And there you have, this will be number 1. Actually, I don't even know why they number it in 1, because they're only one-shots, so it's not like there's going to be number 2 of a one-shot, right? Right? That'd be ridiculous. Powers of X, number 3, we're at the halfway point, is up next right there. Savage Sword of Conan, number 8. Spider-Man City at War, this is the final issue of this 6-issue miniseries. Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 35 is up next with another gorgeous Ashley Witter cover. Star Wars TIE Fighter number 5 is also a final issue. I was wondering if this series was done or if it was a 4-issue thing. I should have known they would have gone to 5 issues with Star Wars. Because that seems to be the thing. Although, like with Deadpool, for a while there, they were only doing 4 issues, and then they upped it to 5. So, I don't know. Superior Spider-Man number 10 is up next right there. Tony Stark Iron Man number 15, besides being in the Magnificent Miss Marvel, Ms. Marvel, he also has an issue of his own book, where apparently he's wondering exactly if it is him or if it's AI, because apparently, you know what, never mind. I'm working on a headache here, so I don't even want to start talking about what Bendis did to Tony Stark, so we won't. Hopefully Slott will fix it and make everything better. Valkyrie, number 2, is up next. Bullseye, right there, riding in Pegasus. And last but not least, as far as regular Marvel books are concerned, this is the trade paperback for Ed Piskor's excellent X-Men Grand Design 2-issue series. And actually, you know what? No, wait a minute. This might feature, because the first one I think had 4 issues. So perhaps this one has 4 issues also. I don't know, but it's a collection, and if the format is anything like the other ones, then this is going to look so nice. So nice. As Marvel is always wont to do, here are, plural, the variants, plural, definitely plural, Absolute Carnage versus Deadpool number 1. And this is the Crane Codex variant right there. Here is the Pasquale Ferry variant for Absolute Carnage versus Deadpool number 1. Oh, God. Here is the Liefeld connecting variant. They actually let him do connecting covers. Here's the Dan Panosian variant for Absolute Carnage versus Deadpool number 1. And that's it for variant covers, or at least the variant covers that I will be getting. Here is the John Tyler Christopher variant, connecting variant for Deadpool Annual number 1. Guardians of the Galaxy number 8 gets a In-hyuk Lee. I hope that's how you pronounce his name. The Bring on the Bad Guys variant right there. This is the Stevens. I'm trying to think, because it's definitely not Dave Stevens. But Stevens, Marvel's 80th frame variant edition of Guardians of the Galaxy number 8. Here is the Rodriguez variant for History of the Marvel Universe number 2. Here's the second printing for House of X number 2. If you want a copy of this, I suggest you get in touch with me, or you show up on the door at 3, because I do not predict these lasting too long. Thank you, Marvel. Immortal Hulk number 21 is up next. This is the Sorrentino second printing variant right there. Marvel Comics Presents number 8. I don't know what his first name is, but I know his last name is Sandoval. And I do know that he also did Guardians of the Galaxy when they were known as Guardians 3000. And this is the variant that he did. Powers of X number 3. Here's the Azrar connecting variant, and I see Rogue on there, rocking her 80s outfit. Nice. Here's the Bengal Character of Decades variant for Powers of X number 3. The Huddleston variant for Powers of X number 3. Dustin Weaver, new character variant. Again, Powers of X number 3. And here's the last variant for Powers of X number 3. You didn't think I was going to let it go one more time without saying it, right? This is the Scotty Young variant. Scotty just made an industry out of this with the little chibi character versions of Marvel characters. Spider-Man also gets a variant for City at War, the final issue number 6. This is the Sang variant. Tony Stark, Iron Man number 15, gets a gorgeous Mark Brooks Bring on the Bad Guys variant. And the last variant for Marvel this week is War of the Realms Omega #1, second printing variant. And I guess you could look at this cover and say, oh geez, now I know what's inside of it. Because that's exactly what you could do. And last but not least, that brings us to the independent books. And we get started with Aliens. This is Aliens Rescue #2. This is cover A. I love this cover. I like the way the alien... Yes, absolutely. Love it. Blade Runner 2019. This is issue #2. Christian Ward, cover A. Disney's final issue of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Excellence #4. This is cover A by Randolph and Lopez. And here is cover B, Visions of Excellence. Johnny Christmas, I'm going to assume, because I don't know how many other people are with the last name Christmas working in the comic book industry. I could be wrong, though. You never know. Fair Lady #5, cover A, Saliba. And here is cover B, Longua, I guess. I'm hoping. I don't know. Faithless #5. Here is cover A. This is the main issue. This is Paul Pope right there. Becky Cloonan did an erotica version of Faithless #5. This is cover B. And Eduardo Risso did cover C for Faithless. Hope #3 is right there, followed by Jim Cornette Presents Behind the Curtain, Real Pro Wrestling Stories. Here is Middle West, and this is #10. And last but not least, this is a very good point, or a very good spot to end on. This is the Art Germ variant for Vampirella #2. I rave constantly about Art Germ. And there have been one or two times where I'm like, it's not up to his usual standard. But this is a phenomenal piece right here. I don't know if it's as good, honestly, to be completely honest, as last week's Catwoman variant that he did. But I am definitely digging this. And you know what? That wraps this week's new Comic Book Day release video up. And I would like to thank everybody who stuck in for the going on 18 minutes of this. If you've made it to the end, congratulations. I thank you very much. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe to this. I would appreciate it. Share it if you can. There's also a little bell thing. If you hit that, you'll get notifications to whenever my lazy ass decides to upload a video. Well, it's not deciding. It's just there's always something else going on. So this is an effort. It takes effort. Don't get me wrong. It's not like, first world problems. It's not really that. But there is some, because of my mind, the way I want it to work, the way I want it to proceed, there is some effort on my part. But I do thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. If you're watching this on Facebook, please subscribe, and subscribe. You don't need to subscribe on Facebook. Like and share on Facebook. I'm getting my social medias all confused. Oh my goodness. But yeah, because apparently there are algorithms out there, and I don't know how they work. So any sort of positive things on there, I guess, would help defeat these algorithms, or at least make me immune to them. So whatever you can do, whatever clicks you can, I would appreciate it. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully there'll be one of these next week. Take care, and have a great new Comic Book Day tomorrow.